And an alley to run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Bradley Chubb, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
At the 36-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Mahomes going to throw. Being chased out left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. From midfield, here's Locke. Got a man open, it's Sutton. 23 yards the pickup there.
Brand, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him. 2
plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well.
Let's go. 15, Ronnie. 15 line.
Throwing on first down is Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Terry Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Yellow.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. 70, Indy. Leo. Hey, 2.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it can be tipped up and picked off.
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for the touchdown. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 15 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Hey, lock it. Ready?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanted to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
They look to throw. It's Locke.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Hill on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Steps away. And going deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown in this opening quarter, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Locke will try again on 2nd down. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports.
Here we go. 10 logo. Get in the right room. Go. Let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Space to maneuver at the 40. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
8, read. Hey, echo.
Locke now on 1st down. He's got his tight end, Jake Bunt. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Look at me. Go.
On 1st down, Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
At the 10-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, wahoo!
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Kendrick Bourne, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. Let's see if the defense... Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Bradley Chubb in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. And they'll send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lock now on 1st down. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Throwing on 1st down. Block. He's got his big tight end, Fant. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
I know.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Block. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Third and 2, Locke's going to throw. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yellow.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They'll run with Michelle. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Mahomes now to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because those are the types of plays that he provides when he...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin
nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Stand. Look, squeeze.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lock. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide...
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Final shot before the half for Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard. Line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man.
Rock it.
He's going. We got double up.
Watch 6-6. Pull it high.
Quick. Jack. Kill.
Hard.
Hey, turn it up.
Hey, box drop. Lead river.
To throw again on second down. Lock. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Set. 10 logo.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Ready.
On first down, Lock. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, switch gears.
Leo. Hey, lock it.
Bang.
Get it.
Lock working out of the gun. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Get it.
First down, Denver.
Throwing on first down is Lock. Open man, and again it's Sutton. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
They'll take over. First down and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discuss.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football now. 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is. And this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game. So you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
Watch 30 seconds.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Wide open receiver, complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Watch the
Yo, go, go.
Locked again here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He'll get 3 yards on the screen. There, it's 2nd down.
Sheldon Rankins on the stop. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Ready. 30 base. Hey, exit.
Record.
Throwing again on second down. Locke sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal. We got a seal. Watch the flood. Watch the flood.
Ready?
On second and 9. Locke. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Check pass. Mike 9.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. This is the tight end Fant. And he's got this down to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Locke now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Locke now on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Locke now to throw, and he's going to go down again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 18 yards and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one good for 33 and a first. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, orbit.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Now he's flushed out left. Now he'll pull it down. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
General West.
SOS. Jim. Switch. Slam.
Bam. Let's go.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Cortland Sutton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
64. Ready?
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Mike 9.
Get it.
A lot going to throw it here. Flush to his right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football.
Let's go now.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They look to throw. It's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole
and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Bradley Chubb in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I